Hi guys. So there's a lot. So this could be another like really long one. But I'm gonna start with Leo because that's where I ended last night. Phone's fully charged, so it should have at least 4 hours. Confirmation. Goodbye, Carolina. What's up? What's up? What's up? Someone's name is Carolina, or somebody is from the Carolinas and they are relocating. Or somebody named Carolina is relocating from wherever they're at. The music industry is really, really significant, and like this saga that's been playing like out in my readings like pretty much since I started, and in my personal life. So I know the music industry is highly, highly, highly involved, like Illuminati, secret society, um, like shit that like would blow your mind that it actually really is that big. Considering I know me personally, I've always felt so small. Like it's like they had the people like trying to make me feel like I was crazy. Actually, had a good thing going for a little while because I really never thought that I was that important for it to be that big. But when you really start to think about how everything's connected, 6 degrees of stuff, Kevin Bacon, baby, it's real and it's deep. And now with the internet, it's actually I think only 4 degrees. So we literally are 4 people away from being tied to everybody on Earth, like some way, shape, or form. Okay. Oh no, that one. I do want this one. So the Leah theme from last night was gonna be, if I would have gotten to it, Eminem featuring Adele. Forget you, I love you. So somebody can't forget you because they love you. And as much as they wish they could, they just can't. When they agreed to do this, or when they was just being them, like being their immature, I care about what I want, my high, my bust a nut, and get them down the road. Attitude that this person had, they thought that they could come right on in and do it to you, and they tried because they did exactly what they do to everybody else, and they left you out high and dry. But the thing is, with you, they they broke their own heart. You were supposed to be the one brokenhearted, and this it backfired heavily. They never thought God really got them on this one because they really never thought that it would flip around like it did. And they literally are feeling what they put on everyone else like throughout their entire life. Somebody is a junior, or somebody attended junior college, and they have a what would you call that? It's music. It's like a music certificate, but basically like for I don't. It's not music composition. It's there's another word for it. But somebody went to junior college and got that, and they either interned with some record company or somehow, somewhere they got some connects, and their head went to the. They thought they was fucking P Diddy because they fucking worked with somebody who had a little bit of a name, or they worked with somebody who actually knew P Diddy. So this person in their head, their mind, they was the coolest fucking thing since sliced bread. This little bit of money, this little bit of networking, and this person thought that they were fucking Don Juan. There's. Let me go and start writing stuff down. These two colors are very significant. Everyone in this story is tied to one of these two colors, and if you know, you know. All right, so starting off with red. Red is Pisces. Red is New York City. Red is Anderson, Indiana. Red is also North Carolina. Along with Aries is tied to Anderson. Leo's tied to North Carolina. We also have Los Angeles that has a Leo tie and a red tie. So blue ties. Blue. Chicago. Columbus. And that would be Taurus and Cancer. St. Louis. And then St. Louis is tied to gold or golden. There's also CPS worker that's tied to St. Louis. The cartel sex trafficking and drug trafficking are significant throughout this entire web of fucking criminals. And witchcraft. It's like each camp had their own and religion. Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay. No. Well, that's like Chicago, so that will go with blue. So Minneapolis. And Chicago are tied together, and Virgo is in Minneapolis, but there's blue again. And so Chicago and Minneapolis ties in a judge and the same religious organization. Hey, was that the window in there? Somebody better not be knocking on my window. Okay. So, Mariah, are you hitting that window in there? Are you hitting that window in there? No. Ouch. Who is it? I'm sweeping. Yeah, but I'm hearing like the window, like somebody knocked on the window. But I thought maybe you were hitting the window with the broom. Like, I'm in the middle of something. Hey, girl. Hey, so yeah, let's just start. Like, fuck it. I'm tired of beating around the bush. Church of God in Christ, headquarter, like representatives. Ouch. Like, there's only one person that would do that, anyways, and I'm pretty sure I'm not spoken to them in a while, so I would be really surprised. Okay. So the list of like people that have the highest positions in the Church of God of Christ. Music department. Actually, that might be a good place to start because that's probably definitely tied into what I channel. The 115th Holy Convocation Midnight Musical theater, definitely significant. 115th Street, either in Los Angeles or New York City. It's not giving me what I want. The dogs are barking again tonight. Someone's heavily protected. Don't be afraid to stand in your truth and expose these motherfuckers because they won't stop until they're exposed. If you're being led and guided to do it, if God is leading you to do something, He's protecting you to do it. Don't let these people let you fear anything. Fear not, God is with you. Maybe I went to the wrong site. There's got to be somewhere that lists the names of like the president of the church or the CEO. Well, actually, with the Church of God in Christ, I would be the CEO. Um, Leadership. Come on. Oh, the judicial branch. Yeah, there we go. Because I really kind of feel like there is a lawyer that is on retainer for the Church of God in Christ that has gotten themselves into some bullshit in this story. That's probably one of the reasons why TD Jakes is going through the shit he's going through. But everything done in the dark will always come to light. And it's really sad too, because I mean, but then again, it just goes to show the Bible's true when it says even the devil, even an agent of the darkness can disguise themselves as an angel of light. But I know TD Jakes, he's helped me out throughout my life. Like I really respected that man, and I still do. Like all of us fall short. Like I'm not trying to judge that man, but it really does put a damper in the empire that man helped build. Okay, so we have George Green. What name came out in 3 readings last night? And Green has come out several times in my readings throughout the last 6 months. So he's the president. And looks like that he is based out of the Fairburn, Georgia. Okay. So that means that the 770 area code is significant. Charismatics. There was a charismatic church down in Florida that is significant. And actually, another significance in that is the person that I met through that church has the same last name as the person who I was tied to in Columbus, and a person I'm tied to in Los Angeles. So Mitchell, the last name Mitchell is significant, very significant. Along with the last name Redfield, the last name Hall, the last name Riddick, the last name Newell, the last name Wrestler, Williams, People. No, it's not. I mean, kind of, but yeah, I'll leave it there. I'm not trying to let it flow. Not trying to force the information. John Blunt. And that's crazy because Blunt is significant. And yeah, Fairborn, Georgia. not him. Aaron Townsend. Michael Weaver. Harvey Spencer. John Rowe. R.D. Van. Okay. So that's all out of Fairborn, Georgia. Church of God in Christ, Chicago headquarters. Um, Something tells me this isn't the right church. Like I must have said it wrong or something. Yeah, because these look like Amish people. Okay. The Church of God in Christ, Chicago headquarters. Well, Memphis, Tennessee. Well, let's go there. That's where the main headquarters is. So the international headquarters is in Memphis, Tennessee. The current presiding bishop, John Drew Sherrod Sr. So the founder is George Harrison Mason. So there's that name George again. And Mason. I know it's his last name, but still, I feel like that's significant too, like them being tied to the Masons. Frank A. White. Frank A. White is the New York Financial Security, and I have had the name Frank come up quite a bit, and clearly New York City is very significant to the story. And I've had the name White come up in a couple of readings as well. And financial issues is a big part of the plot because a lot of money was stolen from people, and somebody had a lot of resources to get money to do foul shit to people. Daryl Hines is from Wisconsin, and there was a scandal in Wisconsin like just a couple days ago. Daryl Hines, Wisconsin. Kobe came out on a reading last night, so Malcolm W. Colby from Oklahoma, and I had a reading about I think it was last fall, the best little whorehouse in Oklahoma. So that's significant. So Malcolm W. Colby. Oh, the last thing Johnson. Yeah, very significant. Roger Jones from Michigan. All right, so for you guys watching, the reason why this is significant for especially my story and anyone that resonates with the story like mine, every single guy, well, including the guy I was with for the narcissist I was with for 9 years, he was raised, born like in the Church of God of Christ, and every guy who's come after me since him, they all grew up in the Church of God of Christ. I wonder if that's pronounced Eddie because I've definitely gotten the name Eddie a lot. But Illinois pastor and elders superintendent is Michael. It's Eaddy, so I don't know if it'd be Eddie or Addie, but I feel like it's Eddie or Edie. Beyonce could be seen with that. I keep getting the name Peter and New Jersey, and Peter Davis is the New Jersey board attorney. The president of the men's department in Virginia is Michael B. Golden. Myron Williams from Texas. List of music producers. Quincy Jones, obviously. April 11th is significant. That's come up a lot in my readings. Dr. Dre. And I've had two readings I can remember specifically where Dr. Dre came out. Oh, shit. Rick Rubin. Sir George Martin. There's George again. Steve Albany. I have gotten Steve quite a bit. Linda Perry. I get Linda all the time. And Perry's come up a couple times. Brian is significant. Sam comes out all the time. Sam Phillips. And I think it was last night when Philip came out. But I get Sam all the time. Barry Gordy. I feel like the last name Barry is significant. The board members of the BMW Corporation. Stefan Quad Quadrant Quatant. I don't know, but Q comes out all the time, and BMW comes out all the time. Uh, Employees of the Clerk's Office of Delaware County, Indiana. Arnold Garnett, Sherilyn Garnett, or my phone's cracked, so it's hard to see the side of it. But oh, let's hold it like this. So Garnet Arnold, Sherilyn Jarrett, Lydia Seals. I've been getting the name Lydia. Somebody's a drunk that works for the clerk's office of some county. I'm just starting with the county I live in. But they fraudulently and illegally helped somebody fraudulently sign over paperwork that belonged to somebody else. So Lydia Seals. Been getting the name Teresa. Oh, I guess it's all. Yeah, out of all the names that popped up, those are the two that I've actually been getting in readings. So Lydia or Teresa could have helped steal a property or fraudulently notarize and help somebody steal somebody's fucking house. And Teresa is court filing information, and Lydia is court filing information. I wonder if either one of them is drunk. I'm going to get my phone. I will get what was stolen from me. I promise you that. So another good county would be clerk's office in Madison County. No, I don't. That's all I was looking for. Oh, you know what? Gaither Studios. Of course not. The page not available right now. Uh, who is the music producer of Gaither Studios? Sure, it's one of the Gaithers. I just don't know which one. Kevin Williams. Did I not say? The last name Williams is very significant. But he's not the music producer. He's the head guitarist or band leader. But I still feel like his name is worthy of writing down. The reason why I searched that is because, like, Alexandria, Indiana, is where Bill and Glory, the Gaither Studio is, and that's like literally the next town over from where I live. The name Tracy is definitely significant, but not for that different reason. But Tracy London is significant. Marshall Hall. Music producers of Christian studios. Nashville, Tennessee is significant. Warner and Chapel. Christian music producer Cara Fontana from Austin, Texas. And Austin, Texas comes out in my readings a lot. So, Cara Fontana. Austin, Texas. So I really feel like someone significant to at least my story. It lives in Austin, Texas. I just don't know who it is. Could that really possibly be the same person? Because that's crazy. That's a 1 degree. That's somebody I know personally. I just haven't talked to him in 20 years. Come on. And David does come out in my readings a lot. It's been so long. I don't know if that would be him or not. But George Hamilton. Connie, the name Connie came out last night, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Connie Smith. It was Connie Williams last night, but I feel like since that came out so close. And then George Hamilton, because George came out 3 times last night. Someone could live in Hamilton County. Charlie Pride is significant, or somebody named Charlie has a fucking huge ass pride and ego problem. I feel like somebody though, for my story, I feel like there is somebody that actually is blood tied to Charlie Pride. Preston Records, and the name Preston came out in one of the readings last night. Okay, we're moving out of the gospel section, so I just know religion has a lot to do with this, so that's why I was going through and music, the music industry. But I started with Christian music because so R&B music studios. Ooh. R&B music producers. Babyface is from Indianapolis, so that definitely could be very, very, very logically could be tied in. And wasn't Jaheim? Sorry, I don't say. Music producers in Orange County, California. 1985 is significant. West 12th Street is significant. Irvine, California is significant. And somebody's initials is CA. That when I was looking at California, I actually got somebody's name was CA. Lion Studios in Newport Beach. Somebody is a Leo. Someone's last name is Lion. And somebody's lying. Somebody in Orange County is lying. Somebody smokes Newports. Somebody's on the run and they could be a beach bum. Or living in their car. 949 area code is significant. I'm not. So yeah, I'm not gonna take the rap for being racist, but I think that's Asian folks, but it's not spelled right. But I think that's what it's supposed to be. But recording company could be significant. You know, for somebody who's part of a conspiracy, you have a lot of time you want to do, huh? Nice. I don't know. Last night I thought you were one person, but now, like, since I've been thinking about, like, since reading last night, I kind of feel like last night when you said you were from California, I was thinking you were a male from California. But after I stopped the reading, I think you're a female from California who is a Leo. October 25th, 2022 is significant. And March 24th of last year is significant. April 4th came up last night. Wow. Clyde Davis, one of the biggest music producers ever. April 4th is his birthday, and he's from Brooklyn, New York. All that's significant. Somebody's definitely born in 1974, and I think they're a false person. Because I wrote that card a long time ago. Your false twin flames born in 1974, and 1974 just smacked me in the face. Ouch. A big reason why I did all this, um, like, because almost every client that I have is going through basically the same thing I'm going through. Our stories are so similar, it's not funny. So I figured maybe by me doing this on here, you guys could get something that would trigger for you, and you can go do your own research. Ouch. But the music industry, the church, the last names Mitchell, Redfield, Hall, Riddick, Newell, Wrestler, Williams, Blunt, and Johnson. Irvine, California. Newport Beach. The name George. Pisces. Aries. Leo. Virgo. 1985, 1974, area code 949, October 25th, 2002, 2022, my bad, and March 24th, 2023. I feel like those are like significant for almost everyone that watches my channel. Alright, so Eminem featuring Adele, Forget You, I Love You. So now let's start the Leo reading. So either Leo is trying to forget somebody but they can't because they love them, or well, I have a karmic Pisces mother too, but she's born in 1963. All right. So Leo, you are trying to forget somebody, but you can't because you're just in love with them. Or there is someone trying to forget you, Leo, and they can't because they're in love with you. Could be a Virgo, a Taurus, Scorpio, Cancer, Capricorn, or Sagittarius. Excuse me. Give me some overall energies for Leo. Earth sign and divorce. There could be a Leo that is married to an Earth sign and they're getting a divorce. And this is a false marriage from the jump. Oh, yeah. But you guys actually entered into it for the right reasons. It just didn't last long.
Oh, I did.
Oh, well, maybe the moment. Hey, you know your heart. I don't. Caution, find out more information. Don't overwork yourself. Open up your heart. It will help you attract more love. So I feel like somebody, especially if this is what I think it is, and the fact that this Leo and this Earth sign just married for the wrong reasons, probably financial. Somebody was already closed off to love anyways. I think it's why it was so easy for them to enter into this fucking false agreement. But their heart had been cracked open just enough by someone else that when they made this piss poor decision to do this, that person had left a stain on their heart, and that crack in their heart chakra has just been cracking open every day since this all started. And now, whichever one of them it is, whether it's the Leo or it's the Earth sign, they can't take it anymore, and they really have to speak to the person that taught them how to love again. Is H good or bad? Well, H is a letter, so it's not good or bad. It just is. HMDN. I mean, that a letter's not good or bad. But H could possibly be a narcissist. Somebody, what this all boils down to, somebody needs to let go of their pride and their ego, and they need to do the right thing. Because there's a shitload of people's lives that are being affected by this little fucking cat and mouse, fucking, I don't want to apologize, I don't want to admit I'm fucking wrong, bullshit. A lot of people are being hurt, like, in several different ways. We are all tied together. We are all one. I am you, you are me. If I'm sitting around being a negative fucking piece of shit who is refusing to do the right thing when I have there's nothing stopping me except my own fucking pride, that is going to wind up affecting a lot of people. And that's fucking selfish. Grow up. Intuition. Follow your intuition, especially with this whole like H thing you're talking about. I'd have to give you a private reading to like be able to go into that, especially considering I'm already tapped into this. Somebody knew when they did this, they should have done it. They knew that they really wanted something somewhere else, but their pride, their ego, and the fact that they were scared of love. They were scared of commitment. So they ran off and listened to some idiot who talked them into doing something for money. And they should have said no, and they know it. But they're a gambler. You gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, know when to run. This person didn't know when to fucking shit or piss. He let somebody else tell him when to do what and how high. He might take over the energy. I'm not worried. Okay. No, he won't. My guardians are stronger. Moving. This wasn't a fear of commitment. This was a fear of the world seeing who this person really was. This person was ready, and they were in love, and they wanted it. But they were just afraid of what their family, the church, and their friends would say about them being in a relationship with a member of the same sex. So they ran off and got married to somebody they did not have. They actually think deep down they kind of hated this person. But it made sense because one or both, either the person that they married had a shitload of money on their own, or somehow together they mutually benefited off of each other financially. But the intimacy that they shared with you, anytime they've had sex with this person, they were thinking about you when they did it. Anything else out of this deck? Earth sign. Can't make shit up. So, Leo, you were definitely dealing with freaking Earth sign. Oh, wow. All three Earth signs came out in my zodiac. So, all three Earth signs, Cancer, Scorpio, water signs, and Sagittarius. So, like, Earth and water basically were what came out in the zodiacs. And then earlier I cut it, and it was Leo and Earth sign. So this is for a Leo who's dealing with an Earth sign. It could be any one of them, Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. And this could be a Leo who, because I don't want to say I don't know. It's kind of weird because I'm kind of getting like mixed vibes on it. I don't think this person's really in the closet, but I don't think they've ever had a serious relationship with a like somebody of the same sex. So it's like people know that their sexuality, but they've never done it like they've never had a commitment with somebody of the same sex. So I think it did kind of scare them a little bit. Yeah. Oh gosh. Whitney, Hope, August, Joan, 90s, Ohio, Orlando, Singer, Billy, Germany, Bryce. Oh, wait, no, Bruce. But Bryce can be significant considering I said it. Texas. I'm sorry. June. Uganda. Italy. This person they did their work was spiritual work, or it was they're in the church, and I'm going to say Catholic Church. And I kind of feel like they couldn't. They had an internal battle between leaving the church and following what they know to be true in their heart, or following who they were in love with, or staying with the church and staying in a false marriage to make it look good. I think somebody really struggled, and they had no one who actually cared about their best interest. Everyone that was giving them advice only cared about what things looked like. So everyone that was telling them or trying to help them make a decision, or everyone was telling them the opposite of what was best for them, because they wanted what was best for their family or their image, or so this person did not get anyone who gave them advice based upon what would work out best for them, like stress wise, health wise, sanity. Like, they all wanted this person to do what looked best to the outside world. Somebody could be in their 60s, or somebody's born in the 60s. South Carolina. Devil could be a Taurus Leo couple. Some of them could be Amber. Here's George again. And I really do feel like there is somebody. It could be one of this person, like one of the parents, could have honestly stirred them in the wrong direction because of their devout beliefs. But as they've watched their child like go downhill, and like their depression and their addictions and stuff, like, I think this parent really wishes they hadn't. I think they wish they would have come up from. They would have been more understanding, because I think this person does have guilt, because they do kind of feel responsible for the state that their child is in. Before lifting comes sifting. So somebody's going through an ascension process, and before you get elevated, you feel like you're dying because a part of you is, because a part of you has to be burned off, or like has to, in order to elevate, you've got to let something go. And if you're refusing to let it go, then it's going to be burned off of you, and your hands are going to have blisters. Somebody's very empathic. Oh. Somebody's name is Mary. David, that's funny. Derek. St. Louis. Siberia. So somebody is like, they've isolated so that they could like finish this awakening process, because they don't know if they're coming or going. And that's natural when you go through your awakening. 2 to 5 children. Wow. Judy, Jordan. I tried to mix the names together. March 3rd is significant. Ursula, and You Are My King. May 3rd, September 10th, December 8th, April 6th, December 2nd, September 5th, May 8th, November 3rd, October 4th, May 2nd, July 8th, June 1st, March 3rd, December 12th, Life Path 9, April 4th, April 1st, 11/11. This could very well be a twin flame. But November 11th, November 7th, December 4th, November 1st, July 3rd, January 3rd, August 9th. You gotta be kidding me. Wow. And August 8th. So, set twin flames here. Somebody is such a good liar. And they hate it too. They hate it. But for whatever reason, whenever this person's had a chance to actually tell you how they truly feel about you, they choose not to. And it's not because they don't want to, because I'm telling you, as strong as you feel for them, they feel it for you too. But there is something that you don't know about, and it's not you. It's keeping them from telling you how they feel about you. That blows me away. We have the cheetah. A decision once made will be followed by unwavering action. It could be this person's pride. They made a choice, and their pride is they can't back down from whatever choice they made, even though they want to. But they feel like that would be admitting they're wrong, and they'd rather sit in it than admit they're wrong. Wild boar. Whatever tradition or others expect of you, to thy own self be true. I hope this person watches this because I really feel like that in my story, this person needs to hear that. I really actually do. My heart goes out because, and I thank you for. I ain't perfect, and there's a lot of things that, a lot of flaws that I wish I didn't have. But thank you for the courage that you gave me to not let other people determine the way I think, the way I act, and the choices I make. I mean, I'm all about critical criticism or taking advice, but at the end of the day, I make choices based upon what I feel in my heart and what I believe God is telling me. Somebody's coming to terms with that, though. They realize if they're ever going to truly be happy and be living the life that they want to live, they're going to have to start standing up for themselves and start doing the things that they truly, genuinely want to do instead of being a people pleaser. And it's not like being a people pleaser is all that bad. It's when people know that you won't say no, so that they have no boundaries because they know you don't have any. Dolphin, tune into the rhythm of your breath to find stillness and patience. Somebody could be born in the year of the pig, or somebody's a cop. Somebody's definitely a Leo. I mean, it's a Leo reading, but yeah. Banish loneliness by reaching out to special friends. So it could be Leo that's in isolation. Double confirmation on the lion. So Leo, yeah. There could have been somebody who was either a cop who stirred a Leo away from their twin, or somebody who was born in the year of the pig stirred a Leo away from their twin flame. The year of the pig would be 1971, 1983, 1995, 2007 would probably be the most predominant years that for my audience. There's twice the butterfly came out. You guys, yeah, both people involved in this story, they're going through a spiritual awakening, spiritual ascension, or a complete and utter transformation. Somebody's born in the year of the sheep. Somebody just doesn't want to. They're stressed out. Like, they've gotten themselves so stressed out because they know that they should have made different choices and they know they should have acted sooner. They're in their head. Get out of your fucking head. It'll drive you crazy every time. But I think the only thing holding this person back is they can't get out of their head. Because they've almost done either reached out to you by phone or come to your house, I think, on multiple occasions. But because their head won't stop. Every time they almost get up and go, something says no, and they listen to it. Tiger. Passion and adventure beckons, but somebody knows life is just not gonna be as sweet if it's not with you. And they're tired of ducking and dodging their happiness. Okay. So what I got from this person, they people pleased for so many years that when people started to see them stand up for themselves, a whole family came and said, no, this isn't gonna happen. We're gonna, by our powers combined, you're gonna stay our little bitch. And it was too much pressure, and the person just caved. Somebody could be born in the year of the horse, or someone could, like horses, riding horses. Seal. Hard work and inspiration are the foundation of true creativity. I think someone's inspired this person so much, and it could be the person that they're in love with, but it doesn't make sense anymore not to go after it, because they literally have watched to someone who, for a long time, if not a little bit still, they didn't think was good enough for them, and they kind of, because of what other people said about this person, they thought this person was no good, and so they had this like snooty attitude toward them and thought that they were better than them and that they weren't worthy of their time. But through a group of people trying to maintain their lies and to try and keep a facade going, this person was smart enough to realize that everything that they were told about this person by other people was fake and false and phony. And everything that they felt in their heart the entire time was the truth. Sloth. Consider the smallness of your needs and treasure what you possess. When you stop allowing others to make you feel small, you're going to realize how valuable you really are, and the impact you can have on this world if you just go out and grab the bull by its horn. Scorpion. Being in a new relationship, passion offers the challenge of ecstasy and pain. Somebody could be into BDSM, and maybe they're afraid they'll scare you off. Or someone truly gave their heart away one time before, and they swore they'd never do it again. And I'm telling you, 95% of the reasons why this has not come together is because someone is afraid to let you in. It's not because they don't love you. It's not because of anything you did. They're just afraid if they let you in, you're going to do to them what this other person did. Water buffalo. Face life head on with courage and reclaim the brave spirit within you. They were born to be a leader, but through a group of people, family, friends, whatever, through life experience, that innate leadership turned into people pleasing. And like I said, this whole group of people were completely devoted to making sure this person never woke up and saw themselves as God sees them. Mouse. Be persistent and incisive, and all obstacles will be overcome. If you truly want something, and you know your worth, and you know God loves you, and you know that you're lovable, if you stay consistent and you continue to go after what it is that you want, whether it's a person, place, or a thing, I promise you, one day, maybe 20 years later, but the timing and the connection, it'll just magically come together. And if it's meant to be, even if it took 7 years, once it finally happens, you're gonna be happier than you've ever been, and it's gonna be worth the wait. I think it's fears on both sides of this is it's just been too long, or You know what I mean? Like, how could we ever make it right again? Or if you let God be God and just enjoy your life and trust the process, you, when it comes together, when it's meant to come together and it comes together naturally, it'll be more beautiful than you could have ever prayed for or ever imagined. Crab, show your emotions and regenerate love. But you've got to stop hiding how you feel about somebody from that person. You've got to tell them the truth, how you really feel and why you hid it for so long. Hair, discernment before a passionate encounter leads to the magic of love. You ain't gotta like have diarrhea of the mouth and like blurt everything out like 20 years of fucking pent up aggression or emotions all at once. Have discernment on how you choose to do it. But you and this person, you both are very good people. You've went up above and beyond to help everyone in your life. And I think both of you have been shit on time and again by the people who were supposed to love you the most. It's time for you guys to do what's best for you and actually get to enjoy a connection that really is true, genuine, and you guys will love each other the way that you've always loved everyone else and they just shit on you. You finally found someone who won't shit on you. And that's the one person you're afraid of. Hey, we're gonna go for the masculine side first. If Divine Masculine was here, what would he say? I am the man. And if this is a same-sex couple, like I was talking about earlier, that could be another thing that this person is kind of worried about. Like, they don't want to be known as a bitch, or like they don't want people thinking that they're the girl, or they want their masculinity to stand out. They want people to know that they are the man of the relationship. They are the dominant of they wear the pants. And why it matters what anyone else thinks anyways, but I get it. But they're feminine, if it is another guy, has no problem with this. Like they're in their feminine energy. Like they want the masculine to be dominant. They have no problem whatsoever with that. But it's the masculine being in their head. But you got to also realize that masculinity comes with being a protector. You can't just be a fucking arrogant prick, an egotistical narcissist. Like a true divine masculine loves and protects what's his. He just doesn't order it around and like, oh, I'm a macho man, you do this and this and that. You cook, you clean. I trust in you, Jane. No. You can be the beast, but beauty is Belle. And you gotta protect her, not fucking order around like she's fucking half naked in there. Who was number three? Number three. Oh, I got it. That you lost it. I can't come to you now, so there is something holding him back that he can't tell you, or he just doesn't know how to tell you. Like I said, for the most part, whether it's a homosexual couple or a heterosexual couple, most people that resonate with the story, the separation really does have nothing to do with you. And your person feels really horrible the fact that they weren't able to communicate that better, because this is all in a perfect world they never would have left you, but in this world they could have handled what they chose to do better. They could have at least said goodbye. They could have let you know it wasn't your fault. Like, they know that now, and so now they feel stuck because they don't know how to fix it. Because it's like they were torn between, I can't stay, and I don't want to say, I can't face them and say goodbye, but I also don't want. I know I don't want them to think it's their fault. Um. Yeah, I guess so because I can't think of who you are. But glad to see you back. Hope you're doing okay. I can't promise you anything. This person, I think, is going to come in and tell you the truth because they never wanted to hurt you. You are so different from everyone around me. Um, they never intended to hurt you at all. And if they do nothing else, they at least wanted to let you know the truth. That it wasn't you. It was their whole fucking life that had nothing to do with you got in the way. All right, so feminine. What would the feminine say? I don't think I deserve you. So you both need a fucking pep talk, or you need to go and love yourself. I guess that's probably that's why you guys are still not back together, or you haven't. This hasn't wrapped up because you both still don't feel good enough for the other one. So you both need a little bit more self-love. I've been watching you from every source. I saw it, but I'll have to get it when I end this. Because if I go to do it, then it'll kick me out of here. Big egos would lead this relationship to a darker place. I think it's another thing this person's afraid of, and they're not pushing the blame onto you. They know it's them too. That if this conversation, this meeting isn't approached correctly, that both of you guys have an ego that will get in the way. It's not just one-sided. You guys both deal with ego issues. And they're afraid that if one little thing gets out of whack, that you guys you'll clash and you may never see each other again. And this person does not want that. Because even if all they get is your friendship again, that's good enough for them. You really meant this person genuinely loved you with all their heart. And they're really, like, they can't wrap their head around how the fuck this all played out the way that it did. And how, because they know how you could think they don't love you because of the way it played out. But they loved you more than anyone. And you were the one that, by accident, got shit on the most. And they just cannot put it together in their head how the fuck it worked out that way. And you might be thinking the same thing. Like, how in the hell did we have what we have? And then it turned into this. Like, The Notebook. Two mothers who couldn't mind their own business. Yeshua's good. Capital Y. E-S. Well, the only thing's capital is the Y. The ESHUAISGOOD82. Thank you. Won't let you know that I do adore you. The smell of your hair and the whole you. Oh, thank you, Sherry. Love you. Let's heal past trauma and solve internet conflicts. So this person, and I think you do too, if you guys would just get over the hard part of actually making contact, that you could heal this. Or at least there's still hope on both sides that it can be done. Ouch. Three Bear, Chariot. Wow. There's two people that lied to your person, and your person, whatever the lie was, it broke your person so hard. Like they didn't even. They got in their car. They got on their horse. Whatever. There's two people who knew who you guys were. They knew who you were destined to be individually and what you were going to be together. And they did this on purpose in a way that this person wouldn't, either couldn't come to you and ask you the truth, or they just wouldn't. There was maybe one of you was asleep, one of you was at work. I don't know, but these people were, they worked hard to make sure that whenever they told this person this lie, that the person would be long gone before you knew they were gone and you knew that they had lied to them. Somebody could be born in 1973, March 7th, July 3rd. We've got Aries, Taurus energy, Cancer, Libra, Pisces. Oh. But the people that told the lie, it could be two Pisces. Or two Pisces and a fucking Cancer. Because it's the three of air. And I got like right across the way, three of air, Chariot, Hanged Man. December 7th could be significant, or July 12th. Yeah. This all played out for one, so these evil people could think they won. But really, it played out for you guys' highest good because you guys had to learn how to be an emperor. You had to learn how to be an empress because you guys were still. You were coming. You both had leadership positions before, but you both were too much in the energy of people pleasing. And if you're a leader, you cannot. There's certain decisions you've got to make and you got to stand on. You cannot let your people rule you. You rule the people. And both of you guys had to learn how to do that. And the only way that it was going to happen is if you guys were broken apart. It's like both of your hearts were broken and you guys were devastated. But through that heartbreak, you became who you were meant to be. Or you're almost there. Eight of Fire. Communication's coming. There is going to be a very heartfelt, fated encounter between the two of you. And it's probably going to be serendipitous. But when you guys see each other, I think it's going to work out. Like, you guys just trust the process and trust God. However this magically comes together, it will. You guys will have enough love for each other and compassion for each other that you're not going to fuck it up. You're not going to let pride get in the way. I'm not saying that that's an automatic, we're getting back together, but you guys both have longed for this conversation for so long, and you guys have both longed for closure, and you guys both want, thank you. And you guys have both at least wanted the other one to know that you do genuinely love them, even if that's the way it ends. Just knowing 100%, no doubt, that you love this person. And if that's the way you guys go your separate ways and live the rest of your lives, fine. But this is going to, God is God, okay? He can do anything. And the way this is going to play out, it's going to play out to where the two of you guys can finally have peace with yourselves and each other, and know that you guys both really love you. And I'm about to start crying. Because, I mean, for both of you, this was the love of your life. Like, you guys have never had any connection, whether it was platonic or romantic, that was love. I mean, you guys really loved each other, and it was destroyed by other people because they could see it. And not only were they jealous because they didn't have it themselves, they didn't want you to have it because they wanted you to continue being their little bitch. Speaking of Queen Bee, Queen Bee could very well be a Libra because I put her on top of the three of air. So Queen of Air would be Libra, Virgo, but with the three of air being there as well, I'm going to say it's a Libra. And four of air, so that's three Libra cards. So there is a feminine Libra who could be someone's mom or just someone who had enough masculine energy to where she emasculated this masculine. Or I guess she could have been over the feminine as well. But she abused her power and her authority and made decisions, made someone else make a decision that was for her highest good, not theirs. But I think even now, I think this person's regretting it. So separated the twins once. Yep. But I don't think this person, when they did this, they did it because what they believed was right. Like, and they, now that it's been however much time, and they have seen how much pain that their person or their son or daughter or however, like, I mean, this woman plays into their life. This woman does have a lot of genuine regret, but it wasn't a malicious thing. Maybe a little bit, I don't know, but for the most part, I think this person thought they were telling this person the right way when they were giving them the advice, and they should have. They wish they would have handled it differently. Someone is coming to give you a message, possibly offer you something as well. With it being the messenger of Earth or Pentacles, it could be money, but it could also be a business opportunity, or can we give it another shot? Five of air. That would be Aquarius energy. Someone's a dancer. Someone got demonized by a whole community of people, and this person was actually, no one's pure. Like, we all have issues, but this person was a very good-hearted, kind person that got made to look like they were the devil. And there's 5 people that realize they got nothing out of doing this except a couple felonies and a broken heart. Because there was 5 people that maliciously and very intensely plotted out either a rumor or a very cruel, untrue picture of this person, and the 5 of them worked together to make sure everybody believed this about this person. And it's because each one of these people had done something very wrong and evil and malicious to this person. So they all banded together to point the finger at the innocent person so that they could all get away with what they had done to them. I just heard Leonardo. This is like Romeo and Juliet, like star-crossed lovers, like a tale of, true love that the families just could not bear to see these 2 people come together. because of whatever reason, religious, financial, like whatever you want to pinpoint it down to, the families of each person, like each of these two people, their entire families went above and beyond, and we're gonna go ahead and say because of religion, because that was the card that popped out when I was talking about that. But this again could be a same-sex couple, and both sides of both families on both sides did the worst to make sure that these two people didn't come together because they were gay, and both families thought it was evil and the devil, and it's still letting these two people try what we should all try, and that's come from a place of love and turn to God first and let God be God. Like they decided to take, God down off the cross and put themselves up there and, work with the devil to stop something from coming together that they thought was evil. And they actually did 10 times more evil by not letting these people work it out with themselves and God. It's Page of Earth and the Three of Earth. So Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Oh, and Leo. Yeah, wow. Yeah, because the Messenger of Earth would be Leo and Virgo. The Page of Earth would be Virgo. The Three of Earth is Capricorn, and the Hierophant's Taurus. And go ahead and throw Taurus in there again. Seven of Earth. Somebody. That's the hypocrisy. That's funny. I have no problem with female preachers, but if you go off of scripture, women are not supposed to be preachers. Here is somebody who is damning these two people, or talking to their son, or talking to someone that they cared about, and demonizing the person that they were in love with for homosexuality or whatever, when they themselves were in a position in the church that they, by biblical standards, were not supposed to have. They were not supposed to have. The hypocrisy of it all. But I think that's another reason why this person has the genuine remorse and regret that they have for talking whoever this person is out of being in a relationship with you, because they now see that, or at least they see it a little bit more than they did, because when all this started, they were blind to that, but now they could see where get the plank out of your own eye before you worry about the grain of salt in or grain of sand in your brother's eye. September 5th could be significant, or May 9th, or somebody is a life path 5. And somebody's a Leo or Cancer masculine. And somebody knows what they need to do, but they can't. Their anxiety is too big, right? It's too intense. But they are starting to. They are getting that inner strength to stand in their power and go after the throne. This very well could be a King of Wands and a King of Pentacles that are in love. Yeah. And take how it resonates for you, but whichever one of the two of them has the bigger pride or ego issue, that's the one you're waiting on. And it's crazy because I'm going to say it's the King of Pentacles that has the pride and the ego issue, because the King of Wands here looks like his heart's breaking. Like, will you please just say you're sorry? I miss you. Like, see how it looks like he's like, I have a broken heart? But this one over here is like, I never admit I'm wrong. And I won't start now. But they both are really They're both struggling hardcore on the inside. But they both know how to fake it. They both are, they're faking it so hard they're actually starting to believe it their damn selves. Until something triggers them, then they start crying in the bathroom alone by themselves. And it's because you guys have known each other in a past life. You guys have even had spiritual signs. I mentioned cardinals last night. You guys were together at some place and you guys saw deer. And you knew then that it was the two of you that were supposed to be together. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I really feel like, maybe I didn't fully go into that tonight, but I did, I think, last night. Somebody, yeah, I did. I went into it earlier. Them leaving you was never about you. Like, and they hate the fact that they weren't able to tell you that. And they may have written you a letter or something, but one of your family members made sure you didn't get it because they wanted you to have me heartbroken. They were getting off on the fact that you were crying and you were devastated. And then, other things going on. I mean, you have a sadistic sibling or parent or cousin that they couldn't help themselves they were really getting off on the fact that you were falling apart, that your whole life was crumbling. And the fact that they could have helped you and they didn't was even, all the better. So, your family ain't shit, just so you know. But they're getting it back too. They are getting it back. Somebody is actually losing their mind. And they might not have much. And somebody's hacking computers, and then they're not going to be an issue very much longer because they're going to prison for 10 to 20 years. Could be a Pisces or an Aries fucking bitch with blonde hair. Hack my computer again, bitch. Ouch. My phone, or Wi-Fi. Whichever one it is you're hacking, I don't know, but leave me the fuck alone, damn. And there definitely was a Pisces or a Aries woman who lit candles on your life. Either they lit it on your relationship or they lit it on your life in general, and that's possibly, if you resonate with your entire life falling apart for no reason overnight, this bitch right here. Ouch. Confirmation. No, actually, I'm ending it there because I got to do through the rest of the Zodiac and I'm already tired. And I should have done all this last night. So, that's your reading, Leo. So, Virgo claims religion publicly, but doesn't follow anything privately. Ooh. So I think a Virgo can be very significant in the fact of demonizing somebody. They were claiming Christ and everything, going to church on Sunday morning and demonizing someone else. But behind closed doors, this person that was going to church on Sunday morning was 1,000 times worse than the person they were demonizing. And I do believe that tarot cards was one of the things that were being used. And the one that was going to church on Sunday morning, she would go behind closed doors in her little prayer closet and she was doing tarot. But because you had the strength to be you and follow the guidance that you were getting, then you had the strength to follow your own convictions and to stand true on what you thought God was telling you to do. And you weren't going to hide you from anybody. And this Virgo, they capitalized on the fact that they were hiding what they were doing and they were going to turn it all and point the finger at you. I'm not the witch, the tarot bitch. They are. But really, in their prayer closet, they got just as much, if not more, tarot cards than you do. But as scripture tells us, I like that. I like how the timing on that was great. But God, everything always comes to light. So everything that this woman threw on you, projected onto you, and it could be a feminine man, but whoever the person was that was really trying to ruin you, everything that they threw out toward you that actually was about them, it's either already come out or it's in the process of coming out. They kind of wish they never messed with you now. And somebody does, whether it's this person or someone else. They really wish that they would have stayed like on your side of the the war, because they had no real reason to turn on you to begin with. Like they actually really cared about you, and either money, lust, or desperation. I don't know, but something made them turn on you, and none of those are good reasons, especially considering the connection that you guys shared. Like, it would have been worth it to struggle with you for a little bit and then get the rewards together, versus turning on you for like a little bit of money or a little bit of clout that now is dead and gone. And it's because, and I'm not just like singling these people out, but a lot of people, they'll claim faith. They'll claim all day long, yes, I got faith in God, blah, blah, blah. But the minute God tested, what's faith? What's that again? Like, people say one thing and do another. So when you say, yeah, I have faith in God, and yeah, I can go through the fire, and I can be patient and wait on God. But when God actually puts you in a test, you compromise yourself, your beliefs, and the faith and the trust that you claim to have in God, because you don't want to wait on His timing. And trust me, it's not easy. Like, we're going almost, well, since my promise was first delivered, that would have been, or at least this one section of the promise, July of 2020 is when I heard the voice of God tell me whatever I'm not going to say publicly, and I literally had held that strong, that God did tell me that, and that He is not a liar, and He was going to fulfill that promise to me. We're now March basically of 2024. It's not easy to be patient and wait on God and keep the faith and trust His timing, especially when there's everything you got it by working hard, and you got it the right way. And this group of merry band of idiots maliciously and downright demonically took it from you, and you're still supposed to just wait on God. It's not easy, but if you are able to do it, trust me, I know what He's got for me is going to blow me away, and I'm going to be so glad that I chose the high road and I chose to wait on Him, because the people that took from me and got a little bit of whatever they got, it's all gone. None of them have anything left. Like, I have already had a couple people come back and asking me for stuff. I'm like, for real? Like, where's the, at least in I'm sorry. Like, the audacity. Like, so I know whatever they got by the devil, it's already gone. So if I would have taken the same road they took, any blessings that I would have walked away from to go get just a deception from the devil, I would have lost before I even got the blessing. And when God gives you a blessing and it's truly from God, you get to keep it. It lasts for however long. I mean, usually a lifetime. But depending on whatever the course of God's plan in your life is for that blessing to stay, it will stay. Nothing can take it away from you. When God opens the door, no man can shut it. And when He closes one, no man can open it. And sometimes learning that lesson's hard too. Because it does get frustrating when you don't know if it's delay and not denial, or if you're being asked to let something go and walk away from it. Like, because sometimes we feel like that we're supposed to be obedient and wait on God, But when the waiting gets to be longer than we thought it was going to be, we start letting the devil tell us all kinds of things. Well, you misunderstood. You're not supposed to wait on this. Like, you need to move on. When really, no, you really are supposed to wait on it. You're just being tested to see how strong your faith is. And if you would believe the lie of, no, you need to move on, this isn't for you, it's never coming back, and you go, then you just stole away maybe possibly the biggest blessing of your entire life from yourself. So it gets hard when you know the breakthrough is almost to you, but you start to feel like you got to do something, or it's your fault that it hasn't happened yet, and you feel like you got to do something. And trust and believe, if you're going the opposite direction of what you know God told you, the devil's speaking to you, and anything he's got to say, no matter what it is, if you listen to even like that much of it, it's taking away something that you really wanted and you really would have been happy with, and God really wanted to give you. But because you listened to even that much of the doubt from the asshole, he was able to at least take that much joy, or delay that much of the blessing, or chip that much of it off. So a hypocritical Virgo who claims Christianity but talks the talk, doesn't walk the walk. Could have been working with the Cancer. Sagittarius. Or this could be the congregation that, or the merry band of idiots that all banded together to go against the divine one. Pisces. Aquarius. Another Virgo. Leo. Spy and patience. So somebody is spying in the background, trying to make sure you don't find out they're asking questions about you, because they know that either through like forbidden spiritual practices, they've spied on you in the spiritual, and they know that you're about to get a major gift from God, or because they knew the bullshit that was going on behind your back, they know that you're about to get a major payout, and they're trying to spy without you knowing it to see when you get this, so they can come in and make amends, or ask you for money and not make amends. But this person is, they know you're about to get a lot of money, or at least a decent amount of money, and they want to make sure that they're right there waiting so that they can get something from you. This person better be careful with what they choose to do, because God's not playing with them. And if they do something they know beyond the shadow of a doubt God told them not to do, they might have a health issue that either A, will be chronic, or B, it will be fatal. Either you really do need to move on, and you need to pray and meditate hardcore, because I was just talking about this. Either God really is telling you to move on because someone's just not going to make the right choice, and they're not going to stand in their power, and they're not going to tell you the truth, or give you the offer that they want to give you, but they just don't have the balls to do it, or whatever reasoning they have. But you're at that place where you're wondering, are you being lied to by the devil or someone else trying to steal something from you, like your divine partner? Or is it really God telling you, hey, I got something better for you. You need to let this go. Your angels are, God has sent them to help you. You've got to trust and pray, meditate, and don't listen to logic. Listen to your heart. Listen to God, and know if you're a child of God, and maybe you're still new or whatever, and you really do still kind of wonder if it's God saying this, or if it's your ego, or if it's the devil, or if it's your mom, dad, or your church. Like maybe you are still struggling with that, but if you stay patient with yourself and trust and have faith in God, you will finally, when it's His voice, you will know it. And the only thing left to do after that is to just follow what He said. I just got like a singing feeling in my stomach because that's literally right where I'm at. I made a decision today, like that I do believe, but it's like, am I just getting impatient, or is it my ego telling me that I don't deserve this? So it's really rough. It's rough when you know God promised you something, and you get to this point, and it's, am I deceiving myself by staying, or am I deceiving myself by going? It's not. It's not easy at all. Intimacy. Well, trust and believe. The other person involved in this, it's just as hard for them too. This connection, it was just as significant and strong for them as it is for you. Earth sign. You guys are being protected, and you guys are being divinely guided through all these tests and obstacles, but because I do think it's both of you, you're still trying to really hone in on, is that the voice of God, or is that my ego, or is that the devil, or is that something that was programmed into me at 5 years old. The cycle is ending, and it's going to end the way it's supposed to. Just have faith and trust, because maybe I'm not going to speak on that. Somebody has to take it upon themselves to overcome their own challenges. They've been told time and time again, and they know God it was God that told them to do it, to confess what they did and what they know, and overcome the challenges. And they're free. They're choosing out of their own free will not to do it. And God and you cannot get in the way of that. Well, I guess technically you could, but then you're going to create a whole mess that you don't want. And God he could, but He won't. Until this person comes to their own free will choice to do what God told them to do, everybody's a stalemate, because God's told them to do it, and if they don't want to do it, then that's on them. And you can't make them either, because you try to make them, and well, then there's jail. And then you're going against God too, because, well, we're not supposed to infringe on other people's free will. Somebody could have actually made a choice quite some time ago, but because this divorce is being stretched out and stretched out and stretched out, they can't talk to you. So this person could have decided a long time ago they wanted to be with you, and that they picked you over everybody else, but you just don't know it, because maybe there's some kind of gag order, or there's some kind of or they don't want to complicate it any more than it already is, so they're just waiting for this proceeding to be over and done with before they open their mouth to you. They feel like once you sign on the dotted line, it doesn't matter if they run straight to your house and jump your bones or whatever they do. There's nothing that this other person can do. But if they do it now, or they get out of order, or if they if they do too much too fast before this is done, this person will have grounds to do something that's going to either hurt you or the both of you, or just them. But however it would resonate, this person is looking out for both of your best interests by staying away from you at this time. You are chosen. See, that's like one of the greatest love stories ever told. Like, I mean, gifts, I guess, but that man built a whole palace, like off. That's another thing, like the power of love. Like the Taj Mahal is a physical manifestation of the internal love that this man felt for a woman. Like I can't think of anything more beautiful, honestly. Like when it comes to an expression of how I mean, most people can't even like comprehend if it's love or not. And this person like went and created like heaven on earth, all inspired out of what they felt for one other human being. They thought they got away with it, but here comes God. You are chosen. I sacrificed cats to keep you from finding out that I was working with your ex and using your social security number. The feds are watching me, and everything I wanted to happen to you is happening to me. Love, your cousin. Family definitely was involved. It's always the closest ones to you. I'm pretty sure everyone's in bed. So, one of you is popping popcorn. Either way, I'm swallowing popcorn. The Rock. So, someone's name could be Dwayne Johnson, or somebody considers you The Rock. Yeah. Mexico, Big D, Egypt, Russia, Austin, Texas. No matter how hard it is, do the right thing. Jude 22, blue car. You are meant for greatness. Stand in your power and go up to your throne. Brittany, Jarvis, and Art. So somebody could definitely be an artist. Or somebody's name could be Art. Somebody could drive a blue car. Either you're a Virgo and this person is your rock, or someone is looking at you like you're the rock, like you are the rock. Someone could have like listened to family, friends, their church, or whatever. They could have been married, and you may or may not have known they were married. And that was another reason why this was kind of hard for this person, because they were going to have to face you and tell you that, well, by the way, you know, so and so, that wasn't that was my wife, or that was my husband. So they know that could cause tension, but they either stayed with this person or got back with this person because of it was the right thing to do. And the decision they didn't want, they wanted to be with you, but they convinced themselves that this was the right thing to do for whatever reason. But since they convinced themselves to go back or stay in this connection, everything that's happened and played out has showed this person beyond the shadow of a doubt that you are their rock. Or your name is Dwayne. Clear quartz. I think I have all those actually. I definitely have an amethyst right there that's in the shape of a heart. September 9th, Life Path 3, June 2nd, October 11th, August 1st, November 8th, July 7th, October 7th, Life Path 2, November 4th, February 3rd, and February 5th. Oh. Oh my gosh. How in the heck? Like, it's not moved as I'm in touch or nothing, and it like got loose. Get your mind out of the gutter. Oh gosh. Somebody thought they found Miss New Booty and they found Miss Loose Booty. God bless America. Oh. Somebody, it's karma time. If you planted good seeds, you're getting good. You're getting dharma. If you planted bad seeds, you're paying for it now. So let that go to whoever resonates. Justice is being served. Somebody had court on the 12th of the month, or somebody was in court in December and it was hidden from you. Or it just has nothing to do with you and that's why you didn't know about it. But somebody could have had court in December and that could have been when a decision was made. And depending on how this is resonating, someone could have been court ordered to pay you back some money in December and they're just avoiding you, hoping that you will never find out. Because they don't want to give you back what they stole from you. But God. Like, you can't manipulate God. Like, if you know that you're going through this because God told you to give something back to somebody and you're still refusing to give that back, God's still going to get you. Like, you're not going to be able to run from God. You will, one way or the other, give this person back whatever it is you owe them. And it's more likely money. Or it's going to be a financial restitution of you costing someone a job or costing someone a house or a promotion. But it definitely, it's either you stole money and you're being asked to return the money that you stole, or you took something of value and you're being asked to repay that with something of the same value. I mean, you're not being asked, you're being told. Do you know what that says to me, Virgo? That because you were a dirty little slut who liked playing with all the penises in town, you talked a group of people into tormenting and terrorizing someone and trying to make them lose their mind and lose their credibility and get them locked up and cost them everything. And you did all this because you thought you were more spiritually high-ranking than someone. And so you decided to work with the devil. Or, to me, it's plain as day. There's a Virgo that decided to go against a Capricorn because they thought they were better than the Capricorn. They thought that they would get away with it, or they thought that they knew more about the spiritual realm than the Capricorn did. And all the while, God said, that's my chosen one. You don't hold a candle to them. So look at you go and play. You'll have your little day in the sun. But then every sword that you throw my chosen one's back, they will heal from it. You will not. And you will get back everything you stole. And then, or somebody could have stolen your person. And now your person's coming back to you because the magic or the manipulation or whatever, the lie has been uncovered and your person now knows the truth. They're heading back to you. And there's nothing this little Queen of Wands witch bitch can do about it. Aries, Pisces, feminine. Or it could just be a little host slut Virgo who does black magic. Who really thought she could steal your divine partner. How's that working out for you now? Because from where I'm sitting, the divine one gets victory. Because they chose the high road. And yeah, they went through a little bout of poverty that you maliciously fucking put them through because they were doing pretty good until you got the hair up your ass and told you were better than them and that you had the right to have whatever it is that they had. Well, God tested all of you. And they took their L's. And sometimes they didn't have the right attitude and sometimes they ran their mouth. But at the end of the day, they really did nothing to get revenge and they really didn't wish bad on you. They just wanted what you took from them. And in some cases, they just wanted you to say you were fucking sorry to admit you did it. But even that was too much to ask. So they gracefully shined like a star, and they focused on what they believed God was telling them to do, their relationship with God, and focus on their craft, their calling, their business. And now they're shining, and you are being recognized for the aluminum foil that you are. Sorry. We all got petty points to cash in. I'm sorry. God is granting a new beginning to the one who obviously none of us get everything right. But God is giving the new beginning and restoring the one that tried their best to do what he was asking them to do. And the one that rejected the gift from him or rejected the chance at redemption from God and just chose to sit there with their three little bitches because, they knew better than God. They're just sit by that tree with those three little bitches. And when God is saying, hey, come here. I love you too. You can come over here. We'll fix this. No, you said, I don't want that cup. I want these three right here. Even though I'm fucking miserable. My mommy said those three were better than that one. So that's what I'm going to listen to. Okay? Bye, Felicia. You stay unhealed. You go ahead and live in that childhood trauma, that pride, that ego, that greed, causing that drama for other people. But when you make them strong enough to where they stand in their power and they don't back down from you, you give them that strength, and they follow what I'm telling them to do, that's when you turn a King of Wands or a Queen of Pentacles into a master manifester, and everything gets balanced in their favor, and you go to jail. You did this to yourself. Because you're a lying, conniving, thieving little whore. You're Judas. Somebody's life past 7. Somebody loves your body, but they crave your soul. You are the one that got away. But it's nothing about being the one that got away. You have to get away in order for the person that lost you to realize you were the one that got away. Somebody's life past 6. Something could be happening in 6 days. 6 hours, 6 days. The 6th of the month. Or 6 weeks. Or there were 6 significant people that worked together to fuck you over. That thought that they were thicker than thieves. Well, but God. He had moles and he had snares and traps and everything that they were plotting and planning for you. He made sure that they ran right around and they walked that maze that they wanted for you themselves. Life Path 1, or someone's born in 1961, or someone's 61 years old. The only reason I'm sorry is because I'm broke and you're getting the bag. Someone now sees, even if you're not where you want to be, and you really are still kind of struggling financially or whatever, somebody now sees what you told them when they were in your life is actually going to happen. There's enough has come to fruition to where they know what you used to be talking about, it's really going to happen. And they They bet on the wrong horse. Or should I say whore? They should have stayed in the best little whorehouse in Texas, but they wanted to go to the one in Oklahoma. Or the one in Gary, Indiana. You were the best thing that ever happened to me. I say mean things to project the pain, but I know I'm the one to blame. Because I'm a con artist. And I'm greedy and materialistic, and you had good pussy, but you didn't have any money. Sorry. Some days I'm Sade, some days I'm Tupac. Don't fuck with me. This person, they thought they were running the show. They thought you were Sade and they were Tupac, and they sadly learned the hard way that you were a little bit of both. Your ex, or somebody's into P90X. Someone's going to the gym. L. Plexus. Solar plexus chakra. Somebody either that's how they were able to do a lot of the things they did to you, like throughout this, however long this season was for you, or they're trying to come back in long enough just to take you to Pound Town so they can get connected to your solar plexus chakra again. They've already done this one time to you, and they actually could be sick, because they've been ciphering your energy for so long that they don't know how to live without it. So there could be some kind of definitely mental illness, but they could actually be feeling physical ailments or symptoms as well too. Somebody could be 33, or they're a life path 33. Someone's Muncie Public Library. I paid my friend to watch it and he fell in love. Somebody could work for the Muncie Public Library, or somebody doesn't have Wi-Fi at home or doesn't have a computer or whatnot, and somebody has a fucking horrible fetish and they can't go without it, and they're willing to go to the library to get their fix of what they need, and they either are being busted already and you just don't know about it, or this person is about to get busted for looking at shit at the fucking library because they can't control their fucking urges. So versus not looking at something they know damn well they shouldn't be looking at, they go to the fucking library and run the risk so they can get that fucking hit. Talk about a fucking true addict. And something's going to happen. God's going to work it out to where this person is going to be public humility. Everyone will know that this person likes to look at little naked kids. This person, if they've not already been outed, because you could have outed them, that's why they hate you. They come after you like they have. And they could have been in prison for this already. But whatever they're about to do, this person's gonna. They're signing their own death warrant, whether that's metaphorically or physically. I paid him to kill you, not to marry you. Talk about a backfire. What the fuck? This person's gonna do a lot of shit. I think this God, being the loving, caring, generous, forgiving Father that He is, really gave this person every freaking chance in the book. And He used you to try and help this person come out of the darkness. And you were hurt time and time again throughout the years you spent with this person in a relationship. And then when you did finally make the choice for what was best for you, this person stalked you. They psychologically tortured you. They physically tortured you. They had you raped. They had a whole group of people helping them do things to you that you didn't deserve. So you have literally been terrorized for years because you were a gift from God to try and help this person. God did everything He could to get this person to turn away from their wicked ways. and they wouldn't do it. And so here in the very near future, or it's already happening, you just haven't heard about it yet, this person is going to do something that they can't come back from. And it possibly might even get them killed. Or it just, they will never see the light of day again outside of the prison walls. Someone's name can begin with a K. Look, I really feel led to say this. If you are dating and you're a single mother, even a single father, I mean, fuck. People are fucking nasty no matter what nowadays, like men and women both. But if you are a single parent and you literally have just met somebody, I don't care if they look like motherfucking Teresa. Do not let this person alone with your children until you know beyond the shadow of a doubt that they're not fucking weird. Because motherfuckers be motherfuckers. They can pretend to be the Pope, Mother Teresa was. I guess that's bad. Should have used that example. But they can pretend to be the kindest person in the fucking world, and they can pull it off for their whole life. Because all they got to do is make sure that they don't let their little nasty demonic side come out until they're behind a closed door. And narcissists, they fine-tuned how to keep their little monster inside until it's okay to come out and play. You don't know until it's too late. So I'm telling you, for your own sanity and your children's innocence, if you're dating around and you have young children, I wouldn't even introduce them to your person until you know you're either going to get married or you've done the background check, or until your heart and God tells you that person's not going to harm your kids. This ain't Build a Bitch. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Something could be happening in the PM hours, or something about the Prime Minister of a country. The gift of healing comes from within. Look, the Virgo that you know who the fuck you are, bitch. You ain't right. I'm actually gonna, after I finish this one, I'll do the other ones tomorrow. That what I saw made me sick. Anything else? Because I'm ready to go. D, there's a doctor involved. Either you can be a doctor, or your person can be a doctor, or somebody had the right connections and they paid a doctor to lie on some paperwork or change some medical records or results. Someone's name is Moore or Mo. Someone's a police officer. Someone's a dork. Someone likes Mork and Mindy. If someone stole an RV from you or stole a house from you, or somebody lured a prostitute to something that had your name on it, and they could have raped and killed this person and then burned the RV and then tried to somehow frame you for it because the RV was in your name. Because the motherfucking police in your town are fucking the devil themselves, and when you tried to go get help and make a report that someone stole your RV, the police wouldn't fucking do anything to help you. Fuck you, Muncie Police Department.